NXT TakeOver Brooklyn gave us 5 personally charged matches to kick off SummerSlam weekend. And boy, there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot of hard hits throughout the entire show. So let's talk about those hard hits. Welcome to our NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 4 review. Woo! Where in the opening contest we had Undisputed Era retain the NXT Tag Team titles against Mustache Mountain. Yeah. Velveteen Dream defeated EC3. Matt Riddle made his first appearance at an NXT live show in the front row, of course. Ricochet became the second ever North American champion by defeating former champion Adam Cole.
Baby.
Kairi Sane, by the skin of her teeth, defeated Shayna Baszler to become the new NXT Women's Championship. And despite all of the rage and personal vendetta he could muster,
and vitriol, because
thank you, Morrow.
Morrow's fucking word of the night.
Johnny Gargano failed once again to defeat Tomasso Ciampa. Tomasso Ciampa is still your NXT champion.
Not by like his own accord though.
No.
Gargano just kind of overshot this running knee thing. And,
yeah, it was all the pent up rage that really like.
When you're raging and running simultaneously, you run extra fast.
Yeah, and then you just fuck yourself up.
You try and throw a knee and you end up like,
and you fall over like an animal.
That's Hawk.
Hawks are animals.
There.
All right. So, what'd you like? I mean, it was TakeOver, so
yeah. You know what? I'm gonna give my like to the Last Man Standing match.
All right, that's fair.
I liked it.
That's fair.
I didn't love it.
Yeah. I definitely would have loved it if it was a triple threat.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those things where it was good. A lot of the stuff made sense. You know, I feel like it's left too open-ended for me.
Right.
Like this being their third match, Johnny's won one, Tomasso's won one, now the belt's on the line.
Yeah.
This should have had like a super definitive, like, if Tomasso was going to beat Gargano, it needed to be like... He needed to beat him.
He needed to beat him, not survive.
Because now this is the second time in a row that it's Gargano's emotional charge beat Gargano.
Right. Well, and I think that's kind of the story that they're trying to play, is that Johnny going against what he normally does. You know, Johnny's usually very calculated. He knows what to hit, when to hit it. But when he's just blinded by his hatred for Tomasso Ciampa, it gets in the way, and it ultimately screws him over. And it's happened twice now, because he was focused on not only getting revenge on Ciampa and getting his job back the first time, so he was able to win. But since Ciampa's just upped the game as far as mental games and messing with him and messing with Candice and all that stuff, Johnny's not thinking clearly. He said that, you know, Johnny, he doesn't know who he is. Johnny Wrestling isn't around anymore.
Yeah.
And so that's the whole thing, is like that rage is what's getting the best of him.
And don't get me wrong, I really enjoyed the match. It was good.
You just wanted that definitive.
Yeah, it needed one way or the other. Johnny was going to win. He needed to win. If Tomasso was going to win, he needed to win. You know, because it's just one of those things that, like, okay, you win this way once, that does help build the character of Tomasso Ciampa, making him an opportunist. But this wasn't even like Tomasso being an opportunist. This was just he was lucky and landed on his feet when he rolled off the stage, kind of thing.
Right.
Which isn't a good way to start building your champion up after his like first big defense.
Yeah.
I'll be interested to see where they go from here. I want to know if it's going to tie in any way to the who attacked Aleister Black.
Yeah. I mean, you know, Aleister does have a rematch. So,
and hey, let's see if the prediction comes true that Johnny Gargano shows up on Monday after SummerSlam.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I'm going to give my like to Velveteen Dream versus EC3. It wasn't the best takeover match I've ever seen, but I appreciated it. It was a very old school. They didn't do a lot of like crazy shit. Except for the finish. They saved the craziest spot for the finish, and it worked really well. A lot of just good old school punching and slamming and just all kinds of the stuff you expect in just a wrestling match. It was good, and I liked Velveteen Dream. It's always fun to see what he's gonna show up with as far as his gear or his tights and stuff like that. Yeah, it was just I wasn't enthralled by the match, but it was good. I thought it was two guys who were very ego driven, and both guys had to back up their ego with wrestling, and Velveteen Dream was the lucky one that came out on top.
Yeah,
and then using that the Dream Valley Driver, and then a pseudo Purple Rainmaker on the apron, having that be the win was a good little cap off to just a knockdown drag out fight.
Yeah, and that's where my love is going to cross over, because my love was Velveteen Dream beating EC3.
Really?
In this context. Like you said, it wasn't like the fanciest match on TakeOver or out of many takeovers.
Yeah.
And giving it to him, as far as who he's gone against, it's probably one of... I'm not saying that EC3 is not athletic, but in a different sense compared to like Aleister Black or Ricochet.
Right.
EC3 is a different kind of athletic.
Yeah.
So it's not gonna...
He's got a little more power on his side.
Yeah, it's not gonna pay to the quick pace style that we're used to seeing kind of out of Velveteen's takeover matches.
Right. Especially going against someone like Ricochet.
Yeah, so, it was good, and this is just one of those things that I say every single time it comes around, is Velveteen needs the definitive takeover win, and this is really, really good on that path. And out of all of it, it just really surprised me that EC3 is going to lose on this one.
Yeah.
I voted that I was hoping Velveteen would win.
Yeah.
But I expected EC3 to win.
A little sneaking suspicion.
Yeah, it's just, he's the newer of the two guys. He's the one that's just really been built up over the last few weeks. Or even just since his debut, he's kind of like unstoppable pretty much.
Yeah, and again, it really depends on who he's going against. When you got someone like Velveteen who is, again, calculating, and he knows how to play those mind games, Velveteen is smarter than he leads on. He leads on with a lot of bravado, but then he's a crafty one.
Harlem or Lancelot?
Lancelot.
Oh. All right.
But better. He's better than both the Bravado brothers.
Yeah, no. And for being such a young...
Yeah, the motherfucker's 22. Him and Tyler Bate is just unfair.
Aside from if he gets hurt or something, I think Velveteen has potentially top 3 for most promising career future.
Oh, absolutely. Just the response he gets from every single crowd is ridiculous. And, I mean...
He's got great stage presence. He's got great ring presence. The character is down to a T.
Yeah.
He does show, his fair amount of, like, rookie sort of...
Oh, yeah.
Mistakes.
But again, he's 22.
I've seen him flub plenty of moves. It's just, he carries on with the match like it didn't happen, sort of thing.
It doesn't deter him. Which is a veteran move.
And it doesn't, he doesn't let it take away from the flow of the match.
Yeah.
So, if he continues to learn and grow at the rate he has since joining the Performance Center roster,
yeah,
this guy is going to be like by WrestleMania 36, like at least Intercontinental Champion match level.
So about a year and a half, we'll see him Intercontinental title picture.
Yeah, like like in the WrestleMania.
Yeah. All right.
Not even just like, a guy who gets a random shot on Raw like a month before.
He's gonna be either winning or defending the Intercontinental title by WrestleMania 36.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough. I've had to really weigh which match I loved more, and I think I'm going to give my love to the NXT Tag Team titles. The Tag Team title match, over the course of maybe at least the last 6 months, has more than likely been one of my favorite, if not my favorite, match on Takeover. And when you get two teams like you did here, where you have the experience as a team between Tyler Bate and Trent Seven, and then you get two guys who can go in there and do pretty much anything in Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly, they put on not only a fantastic match, but told a great story. They had every facet of this feud all kind of rolled into the same thing. There was the attacking of the limbs. There was the inadvertently like getting partners to collide, and there was the throwing of the towel, and there were so many levels to this match, and everything just seemed so seamless. The timing on everything was perfect. I also loved the unexpected, like both members of Mustache Mountain hit their finishers, and both of them got kicked out. Neither Roddy or Kyle hit a finisher, but instead they hit a completely different move that they've never even done before. A total elimination with.
That's their first like tag team championship win.
Did they?
I'm pretty sure it was the total elimination.
Okay, I might be wrong, but it's not a move they hit every single match.
No,
it's not a regular move that Undisputed Era does, and for it to come out of nowhere and just completely obliterate Tyler Bate and win the match was very surprising to me. Because I always expect the end of Heartache or any submission from Kyle O'Reilly to finish a match.
Yeah, it's a cool thing to see because. You can know who, Roderick Strong, his signature moves.
Yeah.
Kyle O'Reilly's signature moves. And the moves that would have been the calling card for, Red Dragon.
Yeah.
But it being Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong, who are still kind of in the fledgling state of a tag team career.
Right. Yeah.
Where they've only had a handful of matches, on TV. The house shows are probably teaming every single night.
More than likely.
Only a handful of matches against Mustache Mountain and, like, Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan.
Yeah.
Essentially have pretty much been it.
Yeah.
So, the fact that, you, as the viewer, you don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
If it comes to a double team finishing maneuver, anything they do could end up being that move.
Exactly, and their precision with everything is just
and it makes sense because Roddy does that the flying knee regularly anyways, and Kyle O'Reilly
does the leg sweep. Yeah, he was doing the leg sweep through the whole match, and so for both moves to hit at the same time and just fucking knock Tyler Bate loopy was just perfect.
The two of them going together just makes sense.
Yeah. And then to follow it up, knowing that War Machine are the new, or the War Raiders are the new adversaries for the Undisputed Era. Undisputed Era, they're like, yeah, we're NXT champions, and they turn around and fucking Rowan Hansen are there to greet them. It's just like, well, shit, no. Now what do we do? So, yeah.
Can we give the belts to Mustache Mountain?
Yeah, they just hand them over, like, you guys can fight the War Raiders, it's fine. So yeah, tag team wrestling, definitely my love this time around. Did you dislike anything?
I disliked that I got one prediction wrong.
Yeah, Yeah, he won this one 4-3.
4-3. So we're 4-3 going into SummerSlam.
Yeah, and we have a lot of disagreements on SummerSlam. So
yeah, not really. I mean, like I said, you know, besides even the fact that I wish there was a more definitive winner in the Last Man Standing match, I feel like the ending of it maybe dragged out just a little bit.
Yeah, it seemed like their timing was a little bit off on what they wanted towards the end, but I don't think that really deterred, because we've had long, drawn out endings for both of their matches before.
Yeah,
where, you know, whoever is the loser is just like either completely bewildered by the fact that they lost, or they're just too beat up.
Yeah, for me it was that moment before he does the running knee.
Yeah.
That just seemed to stretch out forever.
Yeah.
Where it's like, okay, we get it.
It's like they were waiting for a cue or something.
Yeah, and we've seen Gargano do the pause thing.
Yeah.
In like every Ciampa match he's had so far.
Yeah.
You know, it's played out, and that one, for some reason, it felt for me like it took way longer than it probably did.
Yeah.
You know, so as great as the chemistry is between Gargano and Ciampa, some of the storytelling elements are getting really repetitive.
Yeah, and I think that's definitely why they would have benefited from a triple threat.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because throwing in Alistair would have completely changed the game, and then we could have come back and done this third match with Johnny and Ciampa. So yeah, I definitely think, I hope that they're going to take a break from this, and I mean, yeah, having Johnny move up to Raw or move over to 205 Live or whatever the plan is for Johnny, I think is perfect. Especially now with how established as a heel Tomasso Ciampa is. It's going to be great babyface points for a returning Aleister Black and whomever ends up being the next person to jump up and face off against Ciampa, or maybe they give the title back to Aleister. I don't know.
I'll tell you right now, my pick, Velveteen Dream.
Yeah.
Velveteen Dream versus Ciampa. Coming in.
Damn.
Just a couple days ago, they had Velveteen Dream versus Pete Dunne.
Yeah, they did.
That would have been great to see. We probably will see it eventually.
Probably.
Yeah, no. I mean, the fact that the dislike for me has to be so nitpicky.
Yeah.
You know, just is it a testament to how good the show is.
Yeah.
Normally, there's one match on the card, on any card, where I could have gone, that match could have been better.
Yeah. But each one...
Hardly.
That's
this case.
That's the benefit of NXT, is that there's always, like... There's something that makes a match worthwhile.
Mm-hmm.
And it's what we appreciate. And it's probably what we're going to be tearing apart on SummerSlam tomorrow. So...
I'm already tearing it apart right now in my head.
I know. I've been tearing it apart since I started building it. So...
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes.
In your head, SummerSlam never even got built.
SummerSlam? What's SummerSlam?
Yeah.
SummerSlam?
More like slummer spam.
Nah, I like spam.
Fair.
Yeah, I don't have any dislikes either, so I'm just gonna leave it here. So thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
Click the links down below.
There's so many social media links.
It's also a podcast link.
That's the link that says SoundCloud.
All of our regular reviews in podcast form, and there's Reasonable Wrestling
It's
Fans.
reasonable with the W.
Like wrestling, where we have the list with Kevin Hawk.
Me.
We got Question of the Week with Thomas Wolfe.
Him.
We have unboxing videos where we get cool
Box.
Chris Hero t-shirts, and we get micro brawlers. We get other stuff. Let us,
cool.
you can go over and you can see what other type of stuff we get. We also want you to let us know what other types of videos you'd like to see over there and over here. There's also punishment videos, other videos that are loosely based around wrestling. But for now, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you at whatever video you decide to watch next.
Boof.
That's a dog for fuck Modus. Right?
Boof.